Alley Garden with Dr. Roland Roberts, and we have a few potatoes planted here. Rolly, what's the biggest problem in growing potatoes?
Well, in a small home garden situation, particularly where we've got a warm south side of a fence, the biggest problem is getting the plants to set tubers. Our soil is really getting warm now, and the roots and the stolons of the potato have to be kept cool, 65 to 70 degrees in that soil, so that they will set tubers. If it's too hot, they won't set.
Tubers being the potato itself?
Right, that's right.
So how do you manage that?
Well, the first thing that we do is the same thing that commercial growers do, and that is to make a tall hill. We've dug down to the point where we can show where the seed piece is, and it's right there. That's down about 3 inches. All of the roots arise right about at the seed piece or a little bit above it, out of the stem. And then the stolons are just starting. You can see the little bud. There's just a little bud starting there where a stolon is going to go out. And these are, of course, are all on the stem above the seed piece, and they will go out into the soil. And in order to keep that area cool, we hill up around the stem with a high, wide bed, or hill as it's referred to. Now, I'll just cover back up where we've uncovered these. And you hill up 6 to 8 inches so that at least we have now about 8 inches or so of that stem covered up. Now the next thing, and this is the important part for the purpose of just a few home garden potatoes, is to mulch over this bed with about a 3 to 4 inch layer of what we're using here is composted garden in refuse and grass and leaves. The same thing can be done with hay. And you simply mulch right up next to the stem, and again, 3 to 4 inches deep over the whole bed, over the whole hill, on both sides of the plants. So now,
to protect that from the wind, to keep it from blowing away?
well, this stuff is so moist, and it's sort of wet. It's been composted for several weeks, and hay would interlock, so I don't think it would blow away now. So you end up then with a bed about 3 feet wide, and the stem of you don't want to cover up the foliage. We're leaving anywhere from about 4 inches to 6 inches of stem showing, and the leaves, if you don't want to cover those leaves up. And then as the potato grows taller, you can do that again, until you have about, as I said, a 3 to 6 inch layer of mulch there. And that will keep that soil at about 65 to 75 degrees, and will allow the little tubers to grow out at the ends of those stolons. And we can come in there in another few weeks, just gently pull that mulch away and harvest little new potatoes. Put the mulch back, and they'll continue on growing and putting out more stolons. So it's a way in a home garden of kind of having your cake and eat it too. You can have your potatoes early without destroying the plants, and an additional set of tubers will assure you of a good big crop when you finally go to harvest the great big tubers. Now these are red Lesota, by the way, which is a heat-tolerant potato. It's very well adapted to this home garden situation where we just have a few plants, and they're very productive.
What's the growing pattern underneath this mulch now? Will you need any more space than we have here, which,
no,
as you said, is about 2.5 to 3 feet wide?
No. The plants, of course, the foliage will grow out and also cover this area and keep it cool too. The plants will not get more than about 3 feet in width in leaf spread.
How many potato plants have you planted here for a family, say, of 4?
Well, there aren't enough here, of course, for a whole family. This is just to have a little fun with. There are about 8 plants in 6 feet. It's just to have some nice little new potatoes and to have a little fun growing them. I just get a kick out of growing them.
We'll look forward to enjoying new potatoes grown by Dr. Roland Roberts in our People Place Alley Garden. It's time for a break now. I'll be back right after.